Hey everyone, we are making some recovery podcasts with the Glenelg Shire, and we're showcasing local businesses and people doing cool stuff, and also how they've been coping through COVID. Today, I'm showcasing Nelson. Actually, I'm showcasing the Nelson Kiosk. So I was lucky enough to speak to Paul and Andrea, who own the store in the centre of Nelson, and we got chatting about how he got through COVID, and I also wanted to know about his pies, because if you jump online, go on Facebook or TripAdvisor, people are putting photos of his pies and sausage rolls up there for very good reason, turns out, because I tried them, had to. I like pies. I think I'm going to do a pie podcast one day, but I'll tell you about that another time. Anywho, let's chat to Paul. He's so lovely. So I'm sitting here at Nelson Kiosk with Paul. Paul, what's your last name, by the way?
Singleton.
Paul Singleton owns the Nelson Kiosk. Paul, you just said before it's Groundhog Day. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a little bit same day after day. It's pretty quiet here at the moment. Yeah.
Did it all when this all happened and COVID went down? Did it just stop, or was it a gradual?
No, it pretty much stopped overnight. Basically overnight. I guess there was a little bit of drop off there for a couple of days, but then when Dan Andrews decided to really close things down, everything just stopped here. I think. Everyone realised they just had to suck it up and do what they got to do.
Because you're like the beating heart of Nelson, I have a feeling.
It's a pretty small place, yeah. So, yeah, there's not many other options. There are a few other businesses in town. The pubs are a great place to go and relax and have a drink. Of course, they're in the even worse of a situation than us. So, I guess we're the place where we're the post office as well. So it's definitely a place to come and meet and catch up with the neighbours.
Yeah, and because Nelson's such a busy area, like in the tourist season. You're saying that Easter's probably the busiest.
Yeah, I guess Easter and Christmas are both extremely busy. Christmas is sort of a little bit more drawn out, a little bit of a longer holiday period, whereas it's Easter's like this little mini Christmas all in 7 days, and it's just bedlam, absolute clarity.
So you're still open. People can still come and buy things. Is that what you're open for? Food or?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we are essential service, of course, because we have the post office. We have groceries. There's no other place for the locals to buy their groceries within a 30 sort of kilometre radius. So we are an essential service. We're not working very hard at the moment. There's not a lot to do, but yeah, it's business as usual. Drinks, food, mail. We're also the gas distributor for the town, so we do quite a few different things. So we've still got a few things that keep us going.
Can you just tell me about your pies, because they look pretty special?
Yeah, look, the pies are a huge draw card. I think it's on the Grey Nomad grapevine now, and they talk to each other. So they're definitely a big draw card. That's something, I guess, that's come from my background as a butcher. We were sort of always trying to value add the meat products that we worked with, and I just brought that over into here. I thought I could make a good pie, cut the meat up myself and make a good pie. My mother was part of the team for the first couple of years, so we worked on the recipes together until we got them how we want them and consistently good. So I think they've got a pretty good reputation. I've
just seen pictures of them on TripAdvisor and social media. I think Paul's known for his pies, to be honest, so I had to come see it for myself.
Yeah, the pies and the sausage rolls too are a big winner. Sausage rolls, we make all them here. Try and do as much of the stuff here ourselves as we can. So it's mostly home cooked food.
Yeah, it's really obvious when you come in and I saw the food. I'm like, I think Paul's doing all this himself.
We have a few little things that your normal likely suspects, your Chico rolls and your spring rolls that
you can't remake them.
You can't not have them, but we try, and we've got a small amount of that stuff, and we try and do, and we try and shake it up a bit too each season. We try and introduce something new. So, like I said, it's a type of town where families come for generations, year after year. You want to show them something different to what they were eating last year. So yeah,
that's good. And because you've kind of you've been coming down here for some time, you and your partner, and you've just bought the business a couple of years ago and came here full time to take it on. Is that how that worked?
Yeah, that's right. Andrea was in Melbourne, and I'm from Queensland, but Andrea in Queensland and moved to Melbourne. But Andrea had friends here in the area, so we visited a couple of times. Andrea's been here many times before I even knew the place existed. But as soon as she brought me here, I fell in love with it. It's like everyone else does, really. It's a small place, but it's beautiful, and it's just a great place to be and relax, just chill and take it easy. So, yeah, and as soon as this opportunity come up, if Andrea was keen, I was keen, because I'm not really for the city. So, I only had to talk Andrea into it, and that didn't take much effort.
You were saying that when you lived in the city, you were driving from Frankston to the middle of the city every day, yeah?
Yeah, Frankston to Toorak, the Boucher's Butchery. So, it was it used to do your head in, you know. The drive into work was nice and easy, and you make your coffee and you turn your music up, and it'd be a nice cruisy stroll in at 6 o'clock in the morning, but 6 o'clock in the evening is a whole different matter.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that in Nelson. You can just wander and take your time.
You certainly can. There's no really traffic jams ever around Nelson. So,
and just tell me, you were saying before that you lived overseas for 5 years, so you've been a bit of a traveller. You've been around, and because I'm a big traveller, and the fact that I can't even move my house at the moment has been. I drove down here today, and that was so special. It's not far from my house, but it was fun. And but it was it's nice to travel. But you've big traveller then in the past, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess I'm a bit of a nomad. It's in my blood for sure. Don't generally stay anywhere for too long. Just not for any particular reason. Just that I want to see various things. I lived in Japan for 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. So teaching English. Worked in a French restaurant during the night and taught English during the day.
Yeah.
So it was a great experience, fantastic. Probably I'm done with the overseas travelling now. I think most of us will be at this stage now. I think it's, and we're kind of counting on that too. We're pretty optimistic that domestic travel's going to sustain us into the future. So,
yeah, we really want to encourage people. Whoever's listening to this is to encourage people just to travel locally. And I saw that the government's starting to push people to travel locally. And I've got a feeling, well, you and I are a bit optimistic that, hey, people are from the cities. They're going to come out and they're going to come down here. And from what we saw over in China recently, there was an article saying that all the Chinese in the cities just got out and went locally and spent weeks or days there to do that. So we're encouraging people to do the same. So Nelson's a good place to be, yeah?
Absolutely. I think like I said, we're hopeful, pretty optimistic that the same thing's going to happen here. Who knows, really? It's all a wait and see game for all of us. Yeah, we get the feeling that, I guess, incomes have dropped in general. People are going to be careful with their money, how they spend it, where they spend it, but they're still going to need downtime. And this is a great place to have your downtime. It's a great family place. It's got something for everyone, and we think that Australians, especially the city people, have been cooped up. They'll be looking for places like this. So I think we'll have a whole new wave of people that hopefully had never thought about coming to Nelson will come to Nelson.
And why? And Nelson, so tell everyone, Nelson fishing. I remember going to school, and I went to school not far, a couple of hours from here, Cobden, and a lot of kids there, their dads went fishing over here. So Nelson is known for fishing.
Yeah, absolutely. The river's a huge draw card, not just for the fishing, just for obviously its scenic beauty, and it's a fairly special river in terms of its ecology. But yeah, definitely the fishing's a huge draw card. It's a great fishery. It's a healthy fishery. A lot of bream, a lot of mulloway. Mulloway is obviously the trophy sort of species, and fishermen make up a huge part of our the community that sustains us is that fishing community. So
I could see, I was just went down the river before. I saw a couple of old blokes just hanging out, having a bit of a fish. They were having a great time down there. So I'm guessing hopefully when everything opens up again, then the rest of the world can come and fish down here. So Paul, I wish you all luck, and you've got such a lovely little place here, and everyone who's listening, come and visit Paul and eat one of your pies. So thanks, Paul.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Jared. It's great to have a chat, mate. Thank you.
Thanks for the chat, Paul. And now I'm going to give Nelson the biggest plug of its life. When we're allowed to get out and move again, get down to Nelson. It is a place that I totally forgot about in my life, and I grew up around here. Paul and Andrea, they tell me there's plenty of heaps to do. There's the river, there's fishing, there's bike rides, there's caravan parks, there's walking. It's really quiet, it's really quaint, it's an easy place. And don't forget, grab one of Paul's pies. Thanks for listening, everyone. These podcasts have been produced in cahoots with the guys at the Glenelg Shire. We're just getting the word out about businesses and what's happening around town, and just encouraging everyone to stay local. Get to Nelson if you haven't been there for years. Take a fishing rod. I don't know how to fish, but I'm sure I can learn, and maybe someone else can prepare the fish for me, because I'm not very good at that, let's just say. Anyway, all right, thanks everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.